I stand for.
Welcome back. We're here. Another episode of the world's famous Reason to Doubt podcast, Midwest own.
Best in the Midwest.
You know that. But like always, if you're new to this, thank y'all for watching. Thank you for tuning in. If you watch us on YouTube right now, make sure you hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, get the notifications.
Leave a comment.
So you always updated, man.
Talk to us.
Reason to Doubt. But if you don't know, I'll tell you right now, I am the Supreme Pie Guy, Jay Sims. To the left of me, we got Juice. Get that Juice lemonade. Oh yeah, we got a round of applause too. Happy birthday, happy born day to Juice, man. Appreciate it. You ain't no YN no more, man.
You're borderline.
You close to 30 now, though. 28?
28.
28.
You know what I'm saying? Happy born day, though.
Appreciate
You
it.
have anything you wanted to do for your birthday this year that you took care of or whatever?
Just kicked it.
You got a lot of shit. You got a lot of shit coming up. So
yeah, so
really couldn't kick it too much.
I ain't really do too much, man. I just kind of, just chill with my people for real. We had a good time last night. Nice little vibe. I don't know. I don't know if I'm getting old. Like, obviously I'm getting older, but like mentally, because it's like I ain't even feel like doing going to the club, standing on the couches.
Booth.
Yeah, like I had no desire to do that whatsoever. I just kind of want to do some chill shit, you know what I'm saying? Enjoy the company of the people I fuck with.
Yeah, after Atlanta, we probably wasn't going to go. We already agreed to it.
Type shit.
Type shit.
Makes sense. I think I'm kind of still blue from that.
We still would have went.
Yeah, I would have went, but I feel like that has something to do with why I ain't really want to do it. I'm like, I ain't really on that. Because I even had, I got a couple people that, that be in the clubs and stuff, promoters and stuff, that hit me up like, man, I already know you finna. Like, nah, really, I ain't though. You know what I mean?
Not this year.
Yeah, not this year.
Maybe fall back till 30. 30, you might.
Yeah, probably do something big for 30.
Maybe out of town or something.
Yeah, I had a good time.
For sure. To the right of me, we got.
Look at his kicks. Look at his car. All I say is
Joe Jack.
Big Joe Jack in the building.
Joe Jack in the building. We missing Fresh 60.
And DJ Stino. Fresh on vacation somewhere. Hopefully he don't come back with no broken hand or nothing like that. Like shark bite.
You know what I'm saying? Last time he was out there. It's your problem, man.
It's my problem. I did something.
No, hopefully he come back safe. But Reason to Doubt, this is episode 280. This episode is brought to you by Goalie Nutrition. Goalie got them gummies for you. They famous for their apple cider vinegar gummies, but they also have multivitamin gummies. Anything you need, they got it. Our favorite gummies that they got, what's it called? Ashwagandha. They do many things. But go to goalienutrition.com. Use that promo code Reason to Doubt Podcast. Get 20% off with free shipping. Support the show,
Health is wealth.
Health is wealth, man. Get your vitamins in a gummy form. But we here, man.
Remember them Flintstone vitamins back in the day?
Hey, it's a
that
document.
motherfucker was good too.
Hey, on everything. I used to sneak and pop like 2-3 of them for no reason.
I seen a documentary on that shit though.
Bad?
It wasn't nothing in them.
It was candy.
Yeah.
No wonder. Them motherfuckers was
God damn.
Hey, them motherfuckers was good though. I remember the taste of them. No,
You see it, they don't make them no more.
Damn, that was just candy, huh?
It wasn't nothing.
Played the shit out of it.
It wasn't nothing in them.
whole childhood was a lie.
Hey, that's crazy.
Man,
I don't be liking to know shit like that sometimes.
I don't need to know.
Don't fuck shit up for me.
Remember how they say like milk did the body good our whole childhood and shit? Like remember them got milk ads and everything?
Does the body good.
That's all bullshit.
It's definitely all bullshit. And I
like
would
milk
say,
ain't good for you at all?
I personally had a doctor that used to tell me that milk ain't good for black people in general. She kept telling me stop drinking milk.
You
know my grandpa,
chocolate milk.
Yeah, he had me drinking milk all the time. You need to stay off the milk. It's not good for you.
Like it was good for your bones.
It is. It got calcium in it, but you can get calcium from a million
other shit. Yeah. My doctor, she was telling me stop fucking with that shit.
She knew what she was talking about. Shout out to her.
Yeah, man. But they getting over on us, man. But we here, man. Shout out to my homie Tay filming this. You see the new visuals. You know what I'm saying? Tell us what y'all think. We're trying to keep my boy on board. It's going to be the Dallas family. Y'all guys let us know what y'all think of it, too. You know? But shout out to Tay, man. We about to do this thing. Getting into the week. We've been off for 2 weeks. Again, sorry for everybody, man. Reason in doubt.
I know they like to take more breaks than anybody.
We got a lot going on. Like you said, Juice's birthday, baby shower, Father's Day.
Yeah.
I got things going on in my life, so it's
I
life,
celebrated
man.
Father's Day too. While y'all talking shit,
huh?
I celebrated Father's Day too.
Tell us
Dinner, all kind of shit. Got gifts.
Juice.
Can you celebrate Father's Day if you got a kid on the way?
Juice ain't got no kids, but he got kids on the way. Can you celebrate Father's Day before you actually become a father?
Let us know.
Let us know.
I don't think so.
I got like 40 Happy Father's Day texts.
Yeah, they just make you feel good.
That's cool.
I'll
take it.
Gassing you up a little bit.
But getting into the time we've been off, it's going to be an entertaining episode. A lot of stuff I want to talk about with the guys. But before we get into like discussion points and everything like that, I just want to highlight something that I've been noticing with the young generation. We hard on the young boys. The YNs, what they say. I don't calling them.
I don't think we that hard.
We
critical.
I feel like we kind of, we kind of, you know what I'm saying? We done had a lot of conversations. But I want to highlight the young boys. Now, I don't watch like streamers. Like I don't just sit down and watch a stream. That's a little strange to me. But I watch the clips. You know, they put the clips on YouTube and Instagram. Them little niggas is entertaining to me. Mm-hmm. Like, my favorite is Lil Reggie from Baltimore.
Oh, yeah.
That little nigga funny, dog. Like, he funny. But, I keep up because I got, saying my daughter, she like a couple of the streamers, and I Show Speed and Kai Cenat. Of course, everybody know Kai Cenat. I just want to highlight the fact that they some young, mostly all black men. They young black men, but they, for the most part, they all positive. Like everything they be doing when they come together, like they had like the streamer prom,
Streamer
University, everything. It don't be no hating going on. Like even if people come through on like some negative shit, like it kind of get chipped in the bud quick. Like it's just amazing to see, and I feel like this is what that generation need, because you got with drill music and everything like that, and like I said, they judge, they say the YNs is this, that. But when you got them doing something positive, I want to see the young boys they can start streaming.
They get into it.
Like, and they really get into the bag though. But I feel like that's something to keep them on a positive note. A little weird. I know if your kid in the house he's streaming every day, you probably like go outside and But at the same time, if that shit work for them, it's something fun to do.
Make it make sense.
Now they living outside. I mean, there's some stuff you can debate and what's negative about it or something like that. But I just want to highlight all the positive. I just see what they doing. They was at the Fanatic Fest. Kai Cenat got up with LeBron. Like LeBron said he gonna come on the stream with him.
It was at the award show.
They was at the award show with Kevin Hart. It's just a positive thing. I just love seeing it. And they entertaining. And that take talent. People look at it like they're just sitting on TV. Damn, they sitting on there hours entertaining people. Like it takes
going whole 8 hours on them.
That's what I'm saying. It's taking 24 hours.
Yeah, shit like that. Yeah.
So
and they got the guests be star studded. They got people that just dying to come on the stream with them. Because once you get on that platform, like a lot of people don't know. It just be different generations and different genres and stuff like that. You might not specifically know this person. But then when you jump on the stream with Kai, like, damn, okay, now I'm going to go stream their music or look at their movies or something like that. So, like you said, it's all love. It's kind of like, everybody reaching out to each other, helping each other out.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's all like they community. They building people up, and you'll see Kai be somewhere. It might be somebody unknown. They on their phone streaming. He'll turn their stream up. Like it's just a community of people. Like I like how they moving with that. We're gonna have more discussions because I seen one of the streamers, DDG. He was saying that the streamers is more lit than rappers, and he was saying basically I got 80,000 people watching me in this stream. I got a stadium every time I turn my thing on watching the stream. And I was talking to another streamer. He was like saying that as it was just like super facts, and I got some pushback. But I think that'd be an interesting podcast topic. But I want to have a stream on and kind of debate it a little bit. But salute to them, man. I love seeing that.
So is the DDG and the Duke Dennis them two different people?
Yeah,
I be getting confused.
Yeah. We all here.
Look at DD
right there.
talking.
Look, DD, Duke Dennis. I don't know, man.
It's DDG.
Oh, you thought DDG was short for Duke Dennis? Duke Dennis gang.
I mean, it is DD. Yeah.
I give you that one. Okay. Yeah, if you ain't never put a face to you,
That's some old head shit, though.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I don't know.
Man, who was this DD? Duke.
Guy.
Yeah, man. I like to see it, though.
Dookie Dennis, dude. I don't know who is this dude.
I just wanted to show them some love, man. But transition, man. Let's get into some old head talk while we on it, man.
I'm gonna flip it on another note, and they can have that streaming, but I feel like we talked about this with the music. The older niggas running the game and the music right now, and the podcasting.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like as far as like the biggest podcast, like like you said, Gillian Wallow and Joe,
Shay
you know what I mean? Club Shay. Niggas in their bag right now.
Oh no, for sure. I think podcasting is an older person game though. Like I think, for some reason, I don't think younger people like watching podcasts the way they do like watching streams. I guess because it's pre-recorded. The way they don't, I don't know. It don't really connect with the younger audience like that. I mean, they watch clips, but
streams is just like a more live thing.
Yeah,
it give you behind. Like I like how they did
and they can interact like the live interactions they have with it and shit.
But you gotta think about it. I know we all paid attention to this. I come in the room, my son will be playing the game, and then like I talk to him, shit like that. The whole time he's on FaceTime with somebody, but with the phone sitting down. Yeah. So it's almost like a stream. Mm-hmm. So I guess they just used to that.
Just the interaction.
Just
with
the interaction.
They do, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The constant interaction, I guess. So it makes sense.
Yeah. No, for sure. I just love to see it, man. But it's a perfect merge between this next topic, right? So I want to highlight this podcast. I just got put on this podcast. I followed a couple of the people that was on the podcast just because the podcast is called Don't Quote Me. And they podcast is all hip hop. It's dudes mid-30s, 40s and stuff. They just debating rap. They quoting rap. They go reciting rap lyrics. They similar to us in a way, but it's just strictly, they ain't really touching on nothing else but hip hop. And they dissecting bars and shit. And they had an interesting episode. They had a young boy on the episode where he 22 years old. They went down to Clark, Atlanta. So they had he was from Clark, Atlanta, had a student on. They gave him 30 minutes to ask him some questions. And he just gave it up. Shout out to my son Eli, man. That dude. I follow him on IG. I had a conversation with him. I'm gonna try to get him on next week on the show. I'm just gonna play a couple of the clips that he was getting his shit off. Here go one.
Michael Jackson not better than Chris Brown. I'll stand on this right now. Michael Jackson's not better than Chris Brown. Michael Jackson's not better than Chris Brown.
What school you go to?
Chris Brown does everything better than Michael Jackson.
It wouldn't even be no Chris without Jack.
That don't matter.
Okay, that was one of them. Another.
He said that don't matter.
Drake is better than Jay-Z, bro.
At what?
At what? Drake is a better rapper than Jay-Z.
Are you crazy?
Your flow, your lyrics, rhyming in the pocket, choosing your beats. You're saying that Drake is better than Jay-Z at the quintessential things that make you a good rapper.
If you're talking about just rapping bars, me personally, I think Sue Surf is better than Jay-Z.
Oh my.
All right.
Yeah. So your generation and the internet been playing with Jigga Man a little too much.
So Snoop Dogg ain't make your list.
Okay, so y'all getting the drift on he getting this shit off. So, but this is the one that
caught.
That all of them caught.
Yeah.
No, shout out to him. They need to have that young boy on their show from now on because
it's interesting.
He turned them up. Like they was like they a good part. Like I was tuned in, but now he got that shit. Most viral shit that happened on their show is that young boy giving his opinion. But this is the one that went everywhere.
Michael Jackson.
You saying Jim Jones has more hits than Nas?
I'm from New Jersey. We grew up on ballin'.
That's one.
We did not grow up on one mic. Pop Champagne, Summer in Miami. That's a classic.
If I Rule the World. How's that comparable to those songs you just said?
I'm 22. Every Nas song that my man's MJ played, we said we heard that from what, Dub?
2K.
2K. Those songs are in the video game.
Okay.
I have never in my life said at a party, yo, throwing that Nas right now. If you did top 3 influential people regarding dressing, swag, Jim Jones is top 3.
But Nas influenced Jim Jones.
Cap, Chrome Hearts and the BB Simons belts and all that. Jim Jones is like.
Hey, go check that. Go check them clips out, man. They long clips. So check them out. Check the podcast out. Don't quote me as the podcast. Check them out, man. Dope conversations they be having. But y'all getting the drift.
Yeah, no, they.
Before we get to Jim Jones and Shannon Sharp, how y'all feel about just the young boy getting this shit off?
I like him getting this shit off.
I mean, everybody entitled to their opinion, and it's an interesting take, because he 20, so I'm almost 40, so it's just like the age. You got to kind of show you just a different perspective, from generations.
Yeah, like I said, in the DM, basically I commented on the page. I was like, the first thing I ever said on that post, I said, "Hey, salute to them for not losing their cool." Like that got thousands of likes because it was just old head. It was people in the comments just going crazy. And then when he started getting the other shit off, I just was commenting like, man, this young boy need to be stopped. Somebody stop this boy. But from that's how you know he a good sport. He seen the comment and he followed me and DM'd me from that. And we just had a little back and forth. I just told him, I said, I don't agree with shit you said. But keep doing your thing though. And he was like, salute, because this how you know he not.
Michael Jackson slander is crazy.
Some people just be dissing shit that they never heard. At least he can kind of give,
like he said,
I'm
from Jersey.
Like he's saying, I listened to Nas only on 2K. Right. Yeah, it was cool on 2K, but that ain't.
Yeah,
it's niggas that never even heard a Nas or whoever we talking about and just shit on him.
And he gave his reasons of why he said what he said.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So it's like, if that's how you feel, ain't nobody got to agree with it, but that's how I feel.
But like they said, without Mike Jackson, wouldn't be no Chris Brown. Chris Brown does everything very well, super talented, but it's Mike.
But the thing
that go back to that conversation we had before though. Just because somebody did it first, don't mean that they got to be the best.
Michael Jackson.
I know that.
Somebody.
I ain't saying that. I ain't saying that comment, but I'm just saying just because somebody did something first, they don't always got to remain the best.
So, but the thing is, this is real quick. We talk about Michael Jackson. You hear people say Chris Brown danced way better than Michael Jackson. You can say that because you can look at this. Chris Brown did a backflip on beat. You know what I'm saying? Michael Jackson never did that. But we got to speak about the times that we in. The reason why Chris Brown got to the dance moves he got to is because Michael Jackson did some shit that people never seen before and then got to that level. So when people start talking, if Michael Jackson was born in this era and it was so if
doing the same shit.
He would have been doing the same shit. He would have been Michael Jackson would have been rapping just like Chris Brown rapping. He would have been doing that shit because it's what you grow up in, it's your environment. Like if you watch that old shit, Michael Jackson was the coldest nigga in the 70s at doing the robot. Like there's a youngin. He was the coldest nigga back then, way before Thriller or anything, like doing the robot. Just go to YouTube and watch a video of Michael Jackson like doing the robot. He way moving like it's way different than everybody else. So Michael Jackson, you think Michael Jackson couldn't do the Dougie or something like whatever the niggas is doing? Like he
one of the only people that was like a child star, like huge child star, and then became an adult superstar, like icon.
Michael Jackson is the most famous human being ever besides Jesus. Like. There's no comparison to people need to the comparisons to Michael Jackson's people need to stop doing that shit.
Yeah. And I get it because as far as like Prince, Mike, like Prince. Like I get it, Prince was super talented musician and stuff like that. It's just like Mike's influence was just it was just different.
Just you can't compare them. But we getting off topic. We stick with the Jim Jones. So from that, Jim Jones saluted the young boy for, you know what I'm saying, showing him love. And Jim Jones sat down with Fat Joe and Jadakiss on their podcast. They got a new podcast. Check it out.
I've been checking them out.
And Fat Joe asked the question. He brought up this how I brought up. He introduced it. And Jim got his shit off. I ain't going to play that clip. I couldn't find that clip, but the clip is out there. Jim Jones basically was saying, shit, I feel like I am better than Nas. That's cool. Leave it. If he just would have left it there, that's perfectly fine. You a rapper, it's competitive, say you better than Nas. Jim made a mistake and said, look at my hits. Look at the Billboard entries. Nas, y'all comparing these people to, they don't have stuff I got. Now, that's where you go wrong because these are things that people can look up. These are factual
Googleable.
things.
What did he say? He made a boo-boo.
So he got to saying, like, he said he more influenced. But people that don't know, Nas, Dipset, they have history. Y'all bring up back in the day, if you listen to I Really Mean It, Jim Jones, he created the Koofy list. You don't want to get the Koofy smacking. That was a shot at Nas. Nas wore the Koofy back in the day. So they have history. Dipset Nas beef is real. So I don't know if Jim really even liked comparing them to Nas because he probably, I never seen Nas and Jim do a song together, take a picture together, nothing. So
Might still be something.
it might still be something there.
You think he was just trying to shit on Nas?
I feel like he was getting this shit off, and he also, I don't respect this dude as much as y'all respect this dude. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm as nice as him, and I'm still active making music. Dude still be making music. I feel like I'm more lit than him. That's an opinion, but when you get into the facts, they looked at the internet been killing me because they was looking it up, numbers wise and like hit records and just shit. It's not even close. Like it's bad. Like it got bad. Like with just album sales or Billboard. Like Jim, it's not even close. You know what I'm saying? So
I got him on influence though.
I guess, but
that's his whole argument though. And I feel like if we talking music, if you was talking about you rap better than Nas, but then all your
so he's trying to go to get these other bags.
I'm saying, but once he got to explaining it, he got to talking about how he dressed and the influence. I'm still outside today and this and that. It had nothing to do with bars. He was just talking about his influence in the culture.
He's talking about bars.
Well, that too, but I'm saying, but if you look at the details of what he was saying, he talking about how he dressed and shit. It's like, that ain't really.
You know what, though? What is influence, though, when you really think about it? Because we can say, I'm not saying I disagree that Jim might be more influential than Nas. I mean, it's comparable. But when we talking about influence, we got to talk about the whole totality of it. Because when you talk about music, Illmatic came out in 1994. Before Illmatic, it was rappers would make albums. They would usually have one producer and everything like that. Nas was like damn near like a child prodigy. He did a freestyle on the song, and it was like this on the song. He said he once went to hell because he snuffed Jesus or some shit. He said some wild shit. You know, and 90 niggas just be thinking shit crazy, but that was the craziest shit.
That was
wild. But Nas was like him, just like a child prodigy, got a record deal. So it was like this young kid who's an amazing rapper. They got all the great producers at the time to all make this one album. And Illmatic is held as one of the greatest albums of all time. You look at an album now, you look at the back of the track list, you looking to see who produced on it and shit. Before Nas, it really wasn't that. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot more things. I just seen a video earlier before we started. It was a video of Jim Jones saying everybody dressed like Nas when he first came out and stuff like that. So it's like the most are you really more influential than somebody that influenced you? Or it's just a debate about it. So Jim getting this shit off, right? That was on Jada and Fat Joe show. And it seemed like Jadakiss was trying to draw him back, like, chill, like you know what I'm saying?
He wasn't going.
You compare yourself to Nas, like it's certain people like you can't really. Remember when they killed 21 Savage for saying that shit?
Yeah.
Like it ain't that.
Certain people you just probably shouldn't say
just
nothing
don't
about.
say people's name, like especially if you do the same. If you're a rapper, you probably shouldn't really compare yourself to. Nah, but that's one thing I don't like about the young boys. They kind of be
disrespectful.
They be disrespectful to
point blank period.
Like it be like it's been a lot of slander. Like it's like the Jay-Z slander that be going on. Like, and I seen it like video the other day, and they showing like Jay-Z performing in Paris. He performed niggas in Paris at Beyonce concert, and just people going crazy like for that shit. It's just like people will say stupid shit like, I ain't never been with nobody that somebody been like turn that Jay-Z on or some shit like that. Yeah. But it's been moments in your life where you was literally watching the Super Bowl or just watching something and niggas in Paris, if you ain't like a baby, that song hit different when it you know what I'm saying? That song will hit different anytime it come on in the atmosphere though. You know what I'm saying? Just because it's like, but dude Jay-Z got multiple records like that. And people be disrespecting like the legends and they don't really be knowing.
I wonder what was going through Jadakiss head when he was saying that shit. Because I'm like, you got to think, with they all got competitive spirit. So he like, this nigga probably think he rap better than me.
No, I think it was, and you know, I could be wrong, but I think it was a little troll in there.
We're gonna get to that. You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. We're gonna get to it. So it went from that to he was on Nightcap with Shannon Sharp and Ocho.
Biggest podcast he ever been on.
And Shay. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't know this show came on like that still. Yeah. I thought Unc was laying low.
No, Unc outside.
He working.
Oh, he active. He's still turning up.
No, he active.
But so I'll play this clip.
You smoke, right?
Yeah.
Were you smoking when you said you better than Nas?
I might have been a little bit. Well, as far as let's get this right. I'm way more influential than Nas, and I don't care what nobody say. I know I made a little boo boo when we talk about the sales and all this type of shit. I don't feel like getting into that rhetoric of.
Shannon Sharp looked so disgusted when he asked you that.
You smoke, right?
Look at his face. Look at Shannon Sharp's face, dude. He looked so disgusted by even saying this shit. Anyway.
Where I started and where he started.
You said that bullshit.
But listen, Nas was nice when I was in high school. When I was in 10th grade, Nas came out. Mm-hmm. Nas was dope. We appreciated him. He had a little bit run. But Nas always came up second to Jay and DMX and all these other people. Like,
ain't no shame in that. There a lot of folks came up second to Tom Brady.
He never had that type of influence on us, except for his first album. I already told you, I used to want to dress like Nas because he had a lot of fresh clothes that the hustlers used to wear and shit, and we used to see him on TV. He had one of the illest albums of all time. And then in high school when he had the barbecue and shit like that. So I'm a real fan of Nas, but he kind of lost me after the movie Belly and shit like that. Like, I don't.
Man, go ahead on with that, Jim.
I'm trying to tell you, I'm being honest. You ask me, I'm being a fan. I'm telling you, the movie Belly was fire, but after that, he kind of lost me. I think we was way too much into the game. Remember how this goes? You ever heard of a Kofi list?
Yeah.
Yo, go back into your history and find out what happened between us and him. You dig? And I'm not trying to repeat history, but don't play with us when it comes to that, bro. We already went wild on them boys. You heard? We the ones that went wild on them boys, you heard?
Hey, Jim.
And people out here acting like I said I'm going to bring the Kofi list back. I just told you I'm a changed man. Stephen Law, Key, you dig?
Nah, look, I'm put it to you like this, Jim. Hey, bro, you been in this thing. But lyrically, I'm gonna keep it a stack with you.
Yeah,
y'all
but look how you dress. Look how you dress. You don't even be in the same places I be in.
I can be in the church house. You can't ever Nas lyrics. I don't know who told you that. Now look, I know you on that good stuff, but you not seeing Nas. You not seeing Nas, bro. Let's be real.
You got a bunch of 40 and 50-year-olds in their panties.
He said, "Go ahead somewhere, Jim." Like that's like two old heads arguing.
Go ahead on.
Go ahead on, Jim.
Go ahead, old man. Hey. Go watch that because it's a longer conversation. They got to arguing about working out and everything.
Yeah, it got deep.
That's what happened when you lose an argument. You got a nigga. I got more cars than you, nigga. Some shit like that.
But Shannon Sharp didn't like that shit either. Shannon Sharp was telling that nigga, hey, like you a lightweight, that shit like that. Now we can talk about some real shit. Yeah. Them steroids started coming out of you got this yelling that CTE damn near kicked in on him.
But
Laportier.
Yak.
So Jim Jones though, he just posted on his page today. I don't want to mess him up. I'm gonna quote him right.
But you.
Still
go ahead, Jim.
Oh, here, T. Go ahead on with that bullshit.
Oh yeah, but you know what he mean. Go ahead on.
Jim. This is a quote from Jim Jones. If you 40 and up arguing with me about Nas, y'all already lost. Y'all fell for the bait. Streams go up every time. I'm teaching y'all how to go viral. Older artists learn a lesson. Marketing, y'all suck. Y'all so stuck in it yesterday. Y'all mad at the way things run today. Y'all better tighten up. So like you said, you think he trolling? That's kind of what he said. I think that's a cop-out, though.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
You be getting cooked by the internet.
Yeah. If everybody would have agreed, he would have never said he was trolling.
Like,
I feel like it was 20% troll. 80% he felt that shit.
Yeah,
he really, in his mind, he felt like that.
That's that idols become your rival shit, man.
But did you see, there was some reason, he was somewhere and then they cut his session short?
Yeah, it was Summer Jam at New York Summer
Funk
Jam.
Flex.
Funk Flex was DJ. I was wondering why they was performing like on the side of the stage or whatever. Like I think they cut his shit short, so they just went to like Funk Flex booth and kept going or something like that. I didn't really see.
I seen that they had like a back and forth or something.
Yeah,
I seen it on the internet.
But man, Jim Jones, man, he's a legend, man. Capo is a legend. Capo is
definitely influential. Maybe not the most influential.
He got covered up.
You know. After he said, no, that's just big cover. No, man. It's definitely one of my inspirations, man. Jim Jones. I just seen Jim Jones. Got the meeting for the first time a couple weeks ago in Chicago, man. So shout out to Capo. Super legend. Kind of bugging out thinking you
I feel like it's different tiers.
Yeah, like
it's just like being like if you're in the league, like you was like nigga nice, like he a star.
Yeah, like if we talking hip hop, Nas is like nigga. We talking Magic Bird and all them. Fam. Like that's the A tier. The what tier? Jimmy, you down here? You like you on some Joe Johnson type shit or something like a nigga that's hella respected. Nice,
a bucket though.
Can't do him. Can't do you.
Yeah.
Hey, you still hooping.
Yeah, and so, I think that's like part of his argument too. Is like I'm still out here. And we do give Jim credit for he's still dropping good music. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It might not be charting crazy, nothing like that, but if you listen to it, it's still good.
Project with like last year.
I just won a Grammy for King's Disease 3. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nas dropped 6 albums in 2 years.
Still active.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like,
but I think
Nas was a terrible comparison. He should have said somebody else.
But it's like Nas, he just dropped, did well, but he's still in his own, you know, out the way. Jim doing songs with the young rappers, he doing music videos, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like him knowing that, he just feel like, you know, he just still lit, which he is lit, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I'm not saying that he's not. So I think that has something to do with it too. It's like, because you already said Nas had a nice run. Basically like Nas over with.
Slided the shit
and
out.
And that's one thing I don't like, that people would do stuff like that, because Jim still is super active, and Jim is Jim. Can't do him. But we talking about a nigga that's 100 M's up.
Yeah.
We not talking about no regular old head,
right.
though. I ain't about to say nobody, but it's like it's other older rappers you can name that's kind of out here just living off their legacy. Mm-hmm. Like still respected, not saying they broke or nothing like that, but they ain't super up. They still probably doing small shows. Nas don't have to do concerts. He don't have to rap.
Nas pen got him.
Yeah,
got him here.
He didn't do like Nas ain't never did no sucker shit on it. Like
no smut on his name.
Like you just gotta respect Nas. Like, hey man.
But that just show you how like certain fame and stuff like that, it just kind of clouds your vision sometimes on shit. Like he said
Nas went toe to toe with a lot of people's GOAT.
Yeah,
dude, he beat Hov he beat Hov, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you can't do him. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't never do him.
Yeah.
Like,
but he even said it, though. Like, it was just, like, little small stuff I was picking out of what he said. Like, he was like, after the movie Belly and shit, I kind of stopped fucking with Nas. And then he was like, but maybe it was just because I was just too deep in the game. And shit. It's like, okay, so then when you got in the game and you was having some success, then it was just fuck Nas.
When he got in the game, Nas got on the radio and said Cam was trash.
Mm-hmm.
He said Nori was not. So it's a famous interview. I might plug it into this episode. Nas and Jay-Z beef was going on 100 miles per hour. They was beefing. Nas was supposed to do Summer Jam, like the biggest show in New York, and he was gonna hang Jay-Z. Like he had a dummy that was gonna hang him. And I guess whoever the hires up, Jay-Z and them was like, fam, y'all do that shit. I'd never come back on Hot 97 ever. And then so they didn't let Nas, it was like, Nas, you can't do that. So Nas said, fuck Hot 97, didn't do the show at all, and got on the radio and just went on like a rant. So basically back in the day, if he had IG, he would have been on IG Live and went crazy. But he just got to talking about the whole scene in New York rap. This when Cam was popping. This when he was saying Nori need to step his bars up. He was saying Cam, I don't know, he used to be able to rap. Now he with this his stupid flow he doing now, that shit whack. You know what I'm saying? Now it's kind of just went in on everybody. And that's what started the Dipset versus Nas beef. So like when Jim say, yeah, after Belly, I kind of wasn't knowing we was too much in the game. Yeah, he dissed y'all. And y'all dissed him back, and it was the Koofy smacking and the Koofy list.
Never really went further.
Yeah, it never
light.
But Cam said some wild shit to Nas. Cam was like, he said he was gonna R. Kelly Nas' daughter.
Damn.
Piss on her, but it's crazy shit.
Yeah, R. Kelly ain't the one only one pissing on motherfuckers.
Rap battles, and then we got Drake suing Kendrick for it. Like that. They not like us. We got this nigga Cam.
He threatened harm on the motherfucking daughter.
Like, on the little girl though, like. Rap got soft as
But the young boy said that Drake is better than Hov.
He also said that. You know what though? I actually don't have I won't argue nobody. It's almost like the Jordan and LeBron shit. I mean I will argue it. I'll try to plead my case but I'm not looking at you like you just an idiot if you think that Drake is the greatest rapper of all time. He kind of got it. Like, if you think Wayne is the greatest of all time, you think Tupac is the greatest of all time, you think Biggie, Nas, this nigga, Eminem. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you said that.
You ain't sound confident in that.
You ain't sound Eminem. That's somebody a lot of people go through.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's people on there where you can't be like, man, what you talking about?
You can't be like, hell no.
Yeah, like you just kind of gotta let them have it, man. But transitioning to. And I just want to highlight some shit that Nas is doing in the game. Nas has a record label called Mass Appeal. He do a lot of stuff. It's just not a record label. They do films. They do a lot of stuff. But Nas is doing the 50 years of hip hop. They got the 50 years of hip hop. They building the hip hop museum in New York. It'll be open next year in the Bronx. He doing a lot of stuff just to highlight hip hop. So on Mass Appeal, he dropping 7 albums. And they released it, but it's like all legends. R.I.P. to Big L. They got a Big L album coming out on Mass Appeal. I don't know how they're going to make it. Big L died in like 98. I don't know where they getting this music from. But,
Chad.
But they got Raekwon got an album coming out on Mass Appeal. Ghostface Killer got an album coming out on Mass Appeal. Rakim, I think, has an album coming out on Mass Appeal. Nas and DJ Premier making an album on Mass Appeal. And then the first album came out from that 7-album list. Slick Rick dropped the album. It's called Victory. Now, not saying this for me. Salute to Slick Rick, super legend. 60-year-old rapper. All I want to highlight, I'm not here to tell y'all it's fire, it's amazing, anything like that. Slick Rick still sounds good, though, at 60 years old. I just think it's dope because it's showing hip hop. The Rolling Stones, these rock artists still make music. They still do their thing. They still do their thing. So I love to see older people, I love to see hip hop grow. And this is something, it's probably old heads, this Slick Rick fans, they love to hear this because he in the videos, he made like a short film for the album, still looking clean, eye patch bust down. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's still telling his stories, and it's grown man rap though. Like, he got a song over there called
He's one of the best storytellers.
Yeah, he got a song over there. It's called real estate or something. He talk about landlord or something like that. He literally talking about being a landlord, picking up money and dealing with his tenants. So it's just that's some old head shit, but it's just dope to see. But like I said, that's the type of shit Nas doing. He keeping the culture alive, and his heroes, he putting money in their pocket, still making sure they straight. Cause he ain't got to do none of that shit.
Right.
and it's just something that he doing that's super dope. So I just wanted to highlight that before we get to the next topic.
Think
But
Nas
hold
gonna
on.
respond?
Huh?
Think Nas gonna say something?
No, Nas don't give a fuck about what Jim talking about, dude. He might give him a bar or two, but it won't be a song. So, but okay, my fault. We ain't going nowhere. We still talking about old head rappers. July 11th, the Clipsers are coming back with an album. Pusha T and Malice. They haven't released an album since 2008. 2008. The legendary Virginia group got an album coming out, all produced by Pharrell Williams. They dropped 2 songs already. To me, that's what I want to hear. Pusha T still giving the coke raps. Malice, he got saved, so he stopped rapping for a long time. That's why Pusha T actually went solo. So I didn't know how Malice was gonna sound. Malice still sound good, but these is 2 rappers that's, I think Pusha might be 50, 49, 50, something like that. His brother's older than him, so they don't look washed. They clean. They Louis down. They with Pharrell. You know what I'm saying? They recorded the whole album at the Louis Vuitton offices in Paris. So I know the album gonna be good. So I'm looking forward to it. But this is just another thing. Is not quite the numbers. There's a lot of controversy with this album. It got a verse from Kendrick Lamar. They was on Def Jam Records. It's also Universal. The lawsuit with Drake and Kendrick was going on, so they wasn't about to release that. They dropped the clips from Def Jam basically because they wanted to take the Kendrick verse off the album, and Pusha was like, "I'm not doing that." So they left Def Jam, bought themselves out the contract. Jay-Z came through, saved the day, signed with Rock Nation, and now we got a Clips album coming out. They said who on the album. Shout out to Gazelle, the Stove God Cooks. They said Nas is on the album and Kendrick, and they said it's one more feature that they ain't telling us about.
It was already speculated.
It's gonna be Hov. That probably was speculation aside. Like, yeah, you gotta get on the album. But I'm looking forward to it, man. That's dope. But I say all that to say, we gotta get to it, y'all. I just highlighted people aging gracefully in hip hop. One person need to follow the footsteps of these people I named. Lil Wayne. The Carter 6 was released. Mixed reviews, I say the least. Joe Jack, you love the Carter 5 so much. You said so many times on this broadcast.
Plenty of time.
I want to hear what you think about the Carter 6 first.
It was okay. I'm just keeping this how I really feel. I forgot where I was going. Gave it a nice listen too. You know what I mean? It was okay. I think it was dope. He had his son on there. Like I feel like whenever it comes to music or just any type of entertainment or projects or something like that, I think it's always dope whenever people incorporate their kids and, you know, put them in front of the camera or maybe sometime behind the camera or just somewhere in the mix, get them have the feel, especially if they interested. Mm-hmm. You know, I think that's dope. But it was just okay. You know, I like Wayne. I like Wayne. I like the features and shit like that. But I honestly didn't have high expectations. Yeah. So like I wasn't disappointed.
Yeah. See, I think in all honesty, I don't think the Carter 6 was good at all. But if you listen to Wayne on features, I don't want to stick on it. I dropped the whole video talking about my reaction to the Carter 6. But Wayne is a legend. Like, Wayne is one of my favorite rappers of all time. I think he's top 5 greatest rapper of all time. But when it comes to people aging in hip hop, you're not gonna be young forever. Like, so the young boys ain't really gonna be on you like that. But like I said, people still want to listen to their favorite artists. So I'd love to hear an update from Wayne. You know what I'm saying? It's so much things he could have touched on. The reason why the Carter 6 is bad to me, he not rapping about nothing.
He not rapping about nothing.
Even though Lil Wayne never really rapped about too much the last 10 years anyway, but at least the beats was crazy, the bars, shit. Like, the beats was trash on this to me. Like, it just wasn't a good listen. But I feel like Wayne was in a perfect position where he could have gave us some stories though. Like they got the Hot Boys reunion. Why ain't in the song with the Hot Boys on the album? That's like a layup. Like why wouldn't you do that? You got Manny Fresh on the album. Why didn't you have them pull up to the studio? Like
he fried, man.
Or like, bro, you cool with Baby now, but y'all fell out for a few years. You still in.
Talk about
Tell us about. You don't do interviews. Only time you talk to Skip Bayless about football and shit like that. Just tell us in your music about what you got going on. Like you got your kids on your album. Dude, Eminem just made a song on this last album to his daughter. The concept was, this is to my daughters when I die. Play this song when I die. It's me talking to y'all, shit like crazy song. You got kids, damn near bringing a tear to your eye. Wayne, tell us about your kids a little bit. You got them on the album.
You got a bunch of them.
Just tell us about the relationship you got with your kids or something. Like, it's so many things he could have did differently, but
he definitely could have talked about, being disappointed. He could have gave Kendrick his flowers and just kind of expressed, how disappointed he was with not getting a halftime show in New Orleans, in this city. Did that in a crazy, creative way. You know what I mean? Gave us some bars like that. Yeah, he didn't really talk about anything, but like you said, over the last, I think the Carter 5, he did talk about a lot, but other than that, it was just been like bars and punchlines.
I feel like since the Carter 1, like the Carter 2 the last time he gave like concept songs almost, But he did it on the mixtapes a lot back. But Wayne is, I don't even want to go. Wayne is an incredible artist. Like he can do everything. Like he can do anything. It's just he got to be directed to do it, And it's just like I look at Jay-Z. Jay-Z like retired basically. He ain't but every time he get on a feature, he give you like an update of his life, whether you like it or not. Like on God did, he ain't rapped in a minute, so he rapped for fucking 7 minutes but he was just giving you like talking about his past and he was just giving you an update of his life. Andre 3000 do the same thing when every once in a while when he give you a verse, he kind of telling you what's going on in his life, where he at in life and shit. Like whether you like it or not, I feel like Wayne could do that.
And we want to know.
Yeah, and try not calling it the Carter 6 though. Leave the Carter shit. The Carter series is over.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
Like you giving too much anticipation for it. So call it something else. If I feel like if this album wasn't called the Carter 6, he wouldn't even got the reaction he got. But being that it was the Carter 6, it's an expectation with the Carters. So
I feel like
you see, Hope stopped with the volumes.
Yeah, like he made them in threes. He made volume 1 and 3, Blueprint 1 and 3.
Yeah. Because like you said though, when you use that name, it's a certain thing that we're looking for.
It's expectation.
It's a certain way we want you to be snapping and shit. Like if you was gonna do some others, like you say, just call it something else. You know what I'm saying? Then we'd be like, all right, that was weird, but whatever.
It'll let us know that you're in a different place in life. You're not in Carter mode no more. Yeah, you're not in the Carter.
You're not that.
You left the Carter.
Like the Wu-Tang got an album. Raekwon and Ghostface, they got a classic album called Only Built for Cuban Links. And then 20 years later, they made Only Built for Cuban Links 2. Not saying the album was trash. Not saying, fam, y'all not selling crack and shit no more. Like y'all niggas, when y'all made that album, y'all was still outside doing shit. You niggas been rich for 20 years at this point. Like y'all can't make Cuban Links Part 2. Like you can't do it.
And I don't like that either. Like making even with movies and shit, making a sequel like
Coming to America 2.
Yeah, come on, man. This big ass gap between one. I don't want that. Like you said, call it something else.
I am gonna watch Happy Gilmore too, though.
Yeah, Adam Sandler.
It looked like the same plot though.
Yeah.
Wayne,
but shout out to Wayne. I hope Wayne listen to the criticism. I hope he listens to some of the this type of criticism that we give him.
That's the only thing I don't think so. I don't think he ever have or ever will.
No, Lil Wayne is like the Michael Jackson of rap though. He been on since he was 9 years old.
Yeah.
Like he don't look at the world. He don't look at the world like we look at it. He probably don't. This shit ain't the same to him. So you probably can't tell him nothing. No. And if you do tell him something, you probably out of here. Like your service will no longer be needed.
He quit answering the phone. He changed it. He blocked you and shit.
See, I don't really think he put into it what he normally put into it for other reasons as well. Because he sold his catalog, right?
I think a portion of
his catalog. So now he probably trying to just get other shit going. So he's gonna be putting out stuff to where the creativity and I mean, he showed some creativity. I don't know. It just wasn't for me.
I don't think that makes sense because you got people. Like I said, people can rap for whatever. Like Future sold his catalog, right?
Yeah.
But then he just dropped his damn near some of his best work after he sold his catalog because he felt like he can build another catalog up.
Yeah.
I think that's how artists are kind of looking at it nowadays. I think they selling their catalog. Like not them.
No, but I'm just saying.
60-year-old niggas.
Well, yeah, of course, yeah, you should build your new catalog with some fire shit. But I feel like Wayne just think or know that his fan base is so strong that the numbers is going to be there regardless. You know what I'm saying? And he named it the Carter 6. So yeah, we gonna tune in just to see what he talking about. You feel what I'm saying? Now it's not gonna do well over time, you know, long term, but for the shock value of it, you know what I mean? It's going number one and all that type of shit. When it come out, I think that's just what he was looking for. And then he was on tour, so put out some new shit. You know, it's just kind of the way the music thing goes. But I don't know.
No, for sure, man.
He gonna have to try to run it back in.
Salute to Wayne. He tried to get some help. Nicki Minaj jumped on him. Like, that's another thing. Talk about your relationship with Drake. Like, is you and Drake still cool? Like, why Drake ain't on the album? You know, like, speak on some of these things, man. So
what Drake say, AB, I got your CD, you get an E for effort. That's what I feel about.
He stole that from a battle rapper too.
Well, I got it from Drake.
I was definitely battle rap.
He stole that. I think Mook said that shit.
Whichever one of them niggas said that it applies to that.
Damn, man, I hated to see them mean. They was frisbeeing Wayne shit out the window, dude.
Skinny man.
That's the one I
Skinny man.
That's the one I put
man. Tell me this fell out your pocket.
We lost a follower from me deleting that shit out my library.
Tell me this fell out your pocket, man.
Man, skinny
man. Yeah. Well,
you checking for another Wayne album if he drop another one?
Nope.
I need a mixtape.
I don't think I'm ever listening. I need a reliable source to tell me it's fire. I don't want to listen to my legends like that when they washed like that.
Damn. Roy Jones.
Yeah, like I ain't watching. Man, I remember I watched.
Roy Jones got beat out the ring.
Bernard Hopkins. You ever seen Bernard Hopkins' last fight?
Oh man, he was bad.
They knocked him out the ropes. He fell into the front row, like literally.
I thought Roy Jones got knocked out the ring too, didn't he?
He kind of was still in.
Bernard Hopkins then died though.
No, listen, a hook. He ducked, and it was like a right hook. He got hit. Literally flew out the ring, bro. I swear to God, like he complaining, so he pushed me. You watch the replay. He just socked his ass. Bernard Hopkins. I can never look at Bernard Hopkins again.
Remember that one little game where you hit him and then their head go up.
So man, I don't want to even. When niggas just start dropping some bullshit like that,
So Wayne finished.
I want to hear some
You want him to be finished.
Wayne need to tap in with like one producer and make some shit. He need to holler at my nigga.
Take some criticism.
He need to holler at my nigga Westside Gun, man. Westside Gun to curate his shit, pick his beats for him, and tell him how to do this shit. Pick his features, some shit like that.
Him and Big X the Plug. I like that.
But that's probably like that was. I guarantee, just me just knowing kind of how music is made. That was a Big X the Plug song, and he gave it to Wayne. And told Wayne, just plug your verses. I take I got one verse on it already. I'm just gonna keep this first verse. You just put two more verses on it. It's your song. I guarantee because it sounds just like
it's like a Big X Plug.
Yeah, song. You know what I'm saying? Like
that was fire though. Like,
yeah, I like that.
Shout out to Big X, the biggest.
He left the Little Baby tours. He hurt his foot.
He hurt his foot.
He off the tour now. They said ticket sales plummeting now that he off the tour. I'm joking. I'm joking.
I ain't hear that.
I wasn't finna feed into the bullshit.
Nah.
Nah.
All right, but new music that dropped this week too. There's some shit I want to highlight. Ain't nothing that's major, but if you like this bars, Dave East and Young Chris from the Young Guns, you know what I'm saying? They dropped a collab project. I didn't even know them niggas was cool. But if y'all know who Young Chris is, old school Rockefeller, still can rap. And he's still young. Yeah, he was like so young when he came out. That nigga ain't even 40 years old. But it's solid. It's just like a little quick 8 songs. They're just on there going back and forth, you know.
That's how I know I'm getting older.
Yeah.
I listened to that shit and that shit was fire.
That young Chrissy Davies, that shit hard.
I don't even know who young Chrissy is.
Yo.
I'm short now. I don't know who he
Can't
is.
stop, won't stop, Rockefeller.
Rapping like a motherfucker.
No, but you know.
I like that.
But
shit.
remember the
3 years ago, I wouldn't
Meek
like
Mill
that
song House Party?
Yes,
Young Chris on that.
Okay.
That might be. That's like the only thing I can think of from like I know
That
you
I
was
might know,
outside
yeah,
and
yeah.
listening to.
Yeah.
But Young Chris on that. But Young Chris is like a Philly legend.
Okay.
But he never got his just due because what
He was on Rockefeller, right?
Yeah, he was on Rockefeller. But you know, Young Guns had a couple hits or whatever. But
He
you
was
know
in a
the
group?
He was on a group with him and
Two
Neef.
of 'em.
So the thing is though, Jay-Z stole Young Chris flow. So basically around the Blueprint 2.
Shit started sounding like that.
Not really, but
what
it's just
they saying.
they say like Hov got like a younger flow, got a different bounce, and they said he stole that from Young Chris. Like if Young Chris do it, like if we had Young Chris on this show, that's definitely a question I'm gonna ask him. But that's a question he's gonna get asked every time because it was like a real thing, you know. Like the nigga Beanies, if he diss like Oskino, our boy Oskino. Yeah. If Oskino do an interview, he's like, yeah, I seen the boy take Chris Hov style. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Oskino goes get his shit off. I seen the boy take his whole style. Like,
Young boy.
So, like, that's like a legend with Young Chris. They say that's why his career didn't go the way.
Okay.
Because they said,
well,
I don't believe that, though. He got hella chance.
I wasn't familiar with his game, but I listened to
So
all 8 songs.
do you feel like, I feel like as far as like, because it's all subjective, fashion, sports, music, you know, even acting. Like it's okay to, you know, be inspired by different people. Does that always mean that you taking somebody's style?
No, because I feel like inspiration is everybody inspired by something. Like with the whole Wayne. Y'all know my brother Raphael. He always want to argue. I got tricks for him. I don't be arguing with him no more. But he just started yesterday because he was looking at he was just talking about the list I got, the MVPs of rap. He's telling me why Lil Wayne ain't cold. Said he had ghostwriters his whole career. Gilly wrote all his raps and shit. Gilly don't rap better than Lil Wayne. It's not even really comparable. Gilly can rap. Wayne was just inspired by Gilly. He was like his big brother. Like, so yeah, he started saying boy and shit like that. He taking Gilly's swag when he was rapping. Gilly didn't write Birdman Jr. fam. Like
Wayne was inspired by Jewels.
Yeah, all like Dipset, you know, his whole everything. Like people would argue that Wayne stole Jim and Jewel's whole style.
Fashion and all of that shit.
Yeah, they people argue that, but I feel like Wayne was just inspired by them people. And Wayne give them people their flowers too, though. Yeah, he don't give Gilly his flowers because Gilly was saying some wild shit.
Shit. But I feel like if it's like, even with like, you know, Kobe mimicking, you know, the MJ, the fadeaway or whatever, like pretty damn good, but like you don't seem like walking pigeon toe, like that's weird.
Yes, Kobe was.
You watched the nigga walk in a side by side. That shit looked like that man.
He was already pigeon toe.
Yeah, right.
Kobe,
you walk like that long enough.
Kobe hitting the game winners, dude.
Doing this shit.
Kobe and Mike that's like a damn near carbon. They the same person damn near.
Kobe was like a kid in the driveway trying to do shit, but he was doing it as a grown ass man.
He was literally doing it his whole life.
No, I'm saying, but just like how we used to do that when you was a kid, he in the NBA literally imitating the nigga to where it became him. Shit.
The only thing different between Mike and Kobe, Mike is just more athletic than Kobe, and Kobe handle was a little better. But it's like the Chris Brown and Michael Jackson shit. Yeah. It's just Kobe got more creative because the game changed and Kobe shot the three. And Mike didn't shoot the three like that just because that ain't what they did back then. Them pretty much, them niggas walk the same time. Yeah. But them videos don't be fair because they had the same coach and they ran the same offense. Yeah. So you can make like how they make the videos with Kobe and Mike doing the same moves, shooting the same shot. You can do that with Melo too, because when they ran the triangle for them 3-4 years.
Yeah, but it's still funny, crazy because if a nigga, all right, I got the ball in the same spot because it's the offense, but if I shoot like Tyrese Halliburton, it don't look the same. You know what I'm saying? But them niggas got the same fucking form.
R.I.P. Bean, man. That'd be cold.
But everybody get inspiration from to your initial.
Okay.
And I don't understand why people act like there's something wrong with that.
We talked about that before. You could be a fan of somebody. That's okay.
There's nothing wrong.
As long as you ain't glazing, crazy dick riding. Like you can be a fan. You can openly be a fan of somebody. Be inspired by somebody.
Shit. The perfect transition to Game 7 going on as we speak. We about to wrap up pretty soon because I want to check out this game. Who y'all got tonight? Y'all OKC. They about to do, it look like they might pull it off, man.
Pacers.
I'm still running with OKC.
I want OKC to win too.
They're at home.
Shout out to Mo. Pacers.
The only way I want Indiana to win, I want y'all boys just to like stink it up. So keep my Eric Snow jokes going.
J-Dub.
Yeah, 40. I really got to shut the fuck up now. I ain't going to lie. After he had
4D.
He stunk it up the next game for sure, though.
Hey, you know what I'm saying?
And he got post.
Whole team played bad, though.
They all played
Whole
bad.
team played bad. They had a little hangover.
I still ain't calling him J-Dub.
That's his nickname. J-Dub.
He ain't got a nickname with me, dude. What's his name? Jay Williams.
Jalen Williams.
Jalen Williams. He named after Jalen Rose, so I can't really give him a nickname.
Every nigga named Jalen named after Jalen Rose.
That's a fact.
That's what they say.
A lot of people say it. No, but yeah, I got SGA MVP.
If they win, yeah. What I don't know though, because what if?
See,
I mean, we ain't watching the game right now, but what if Jalen Williams just snap?
They already picked the MVP prior.
What if he scored 50? Gotta
Might get it.
He might get it.
But then Shea had to have like 20.
Yeah,
it had to be a crazy.
He should get it though.
See, I can probably get MVP if Indiana win.
100%.
Balling.
Well,
you say he a bum.
Y'all better. Kevin Durant got traded to Houston Rockets too. What y'all feel about that?
Yeah.
I would have traded old boy Jalen Green too, though. I ain't gonna hold you.
Wow. I like
he up and down, crazy.
He young though.
Yeah.
Get up. He been here long
I don't
enough.
really be believing in. I get it, but I don't be believing in me personally. I don't believe in trading young niggas for old niggas. I never. That never really made sense to me.
It ain't no like the
Kevin Durant though. So.
Yeah, it is Kevin Durant, but they not finna.
It didn't move the needle for them at all.
It moved a little bit, but they not finna win the championship.
I can't say that. You look at this fucking finals going on right now. It ain't nobody in here that would have been. You probably say, okay, see, nobody in here would have been like Indiana.
No, I wouldn't.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Indiana ain't that much. Like Houston was pretty good. They was missing Kevin Durant.
Houston was good for sure.
And they got rid of Dylan Brooks, weird ass too. So that was a win for them. They got a good coach. It could. I after this year, you don't know who
he blow his Achilles again. It makes no sense.
That's stupid to say, but
how? It's sports. That shit happens.
Who tore their Achilles twice? Nobody.
Pop.
Yeah, because they don't play this long after the first one. That's why.
I don't know.
I just personally wouldn't trade a young up and coming could be superstar for.
They probably know he ain't shit though.
Kevin Durant ain't finna.
That old lady.
Kevin Durant finna.
Kevin Durant for sure 25 points.
25 points. That's cool. He's gonna sell tickets. That's it.
No, but he is for sure 25 points. If you got, they got other people on that team. They got a good team for real.
Sengun,
they was the second
he came out of
seed.
nowhere.
That's why I said they got a good ass team.
I ain't saying they
So
don't.
if you can add, if
you trade for Kevin Durant to try to get a championship, though.
But all right, that's what they trying to do. But if you trade, if the Knicks would have got Kevin Durant, they win the championship because they was missing something like that. It's a lot of teams that could have used Kevin Durant. Houston just jumped on it before.
We had this
else.
conversation every year about Kevin Durant, and he do the same shit.
What'd he do?
Not win.
I didn't like him in Phoenix. Period. Him fucking.
He didn't do shit in Brooklyn.
Brad Beal played.
That wasn't his fault
games.
though.
All that hopping
injuries.
around. Man, listen.
That was his injuries though. In Brooklyn, like them three niggas is dumb. Like them niggas should have stayed together. They would have won the championship. They was just all hurt.
It still didn't. It don't matter how it didn't work. It didn't work.
But you can't.
He can't
blame.
keep.
You can't blame a person.
How many
for not
teams
working.
Kevin Durant been on now?
Like 5 or something. As many as LeBron.
LeBron ain't been on 5 teams. On 3 teams.
4.
How the fuck he was on 4 teams?
He got traded.
Cleveland is 1 team.
He went there twice though. So
Nope.
it's the same thing.
Nope.
He went there twice.
No. LeBron been on 3 teams, man.
Stinking it up.
We ain't even. How do we always get to
Stinking
LeBron?
the fuck
We talking about Kevin Durant,
I'm about to say,
tall,
hold
lanky
up.
ass.
Did you see the young boys meet LeBron? That was cool.
Yeah.
But you said you would have reacted like that?
You would have cried?
I watched the full video. I wouldn't have did that, but I would have been excited though. Even at my age, at 28 years old, I would be excited to meet LeBron. Is something wrong with that?
If my son was crying over meeting another grown man,
I'm not gonna cry.
I failed as a father. You that excited?
I didn't watch it to the point where he was crying.
You know what? When he
was like, ooh, that's weird.
Hey, you know,
weird,
whenever you said in the group message, I automatically talking about Kevin Hart's son wanting to meet. No,
Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle's son wanted to meet Kevin Hart. Talking about he went to the back room, he had to spread out. He's like, I haven't eaten all day, Mr. Hart.
But I had that experience before. I met Allen Iverson, and I was excited. I was like, but I wasn't losing my fucking mind screaming.
Yeah, I ain't saying
that's
pass
weird.
out and shit, but I'm saying it's niggas acting like it's something wrong with him being excited.
It ain't nothing wrong with him because he like
20.
That other nigga was.
I'd have been
30.
excited.
He ain't
to meet
wet
Kobe.
behind the ears yet.
That other nigga
I probably
was
wouldn't have
30.
cried, but I'd have been excited to meet Kobe. Like crazy.
You'd have been jumping up and down and shit. No, that's what I'm saying. Come on, man. Like
I met Bun B, rap legend, UGK.
Like I'm telling you, like that's a straight. How you feel about LeBron? I really feel like that about Allen Iverson.
Yeah.
When I first met, when Allen Iverson walked in that fucking gym and I knew I was about to meet him, I actually didn't even walk up to him. I needed a minute to walk up to him. Yeah. Cause I ain't wanting to. He walked in looking like he had an attitude, so I was like, "Boy, if I reach out for a dap and this nigga don't shake my hand, it's gonna fuck you. It's gonna fuck me up."
Man.
But he just was looking like that. But I'm telling you, I felt the starstruck shit a little bit.
Yeah, you gonna feel it.
Jumping up and down and shit.
Do the backflip and shit like that.
Man,
but
you're a grown
He cried,
man.
didn't he?
It was two niggas. They both cried and everything. Like
he got the tattoo too, didn't he?
Yeah, I ain't crying.
he had LeBron sign like a crime. He said he gonna get it tatted.
He did get it tatted.
Yeah.
I ain't doing that either.
I wouldn't do that either, but
all right, man.
It was some people in the comment though, like, yeah.
But like, shout out to the streamer, boy. Y'all keep doing it. Don't listen to me, man. That's better than y'all shooting each other and shit like that. Last thing, we about to get up out of here, man. We got our favorite segment, Ask the Doubt It. Ask the Doubt It. Y'all leave a comment. Y'all DM us. However you can get in touch with us, send us a question. We'll answer it live on the show. I got a couple from a couple people. Shout out to the Reason to Doubt listeners, man. Y'all all over the country, and y'all show us support, and we appreciate y'all. We got Tina from Oakland, California.
Hello, Tina.
Hello, Tina. How are you doing? Okay. She says, is it time to admit that TikTok has more influence on hip-hop than radio ever did?
I can't say ever did.
Yeah, like
she gassed it at the end.
The ever did
if she would have said that radio right now, it's still debatable, but she said ever did. It's like
she gotta be. I don't know how old you are, Tina, but hey, we appreciate your question. I swear on everything. But we're gonna kind of kill you right now. I don't know how old you are. Radio was different. It'll be a song you don't even like. You hated it the first 5 times you heard it. By the end of the year, you know it word by word. And right now, at your old age, it's a classic record in your head, and you hated that record. It's called like digital programming. They was programming. Just how they program y'all like the TikTok shit. It's just different. You scroll on social media, it's the shit that you're into. That's why people be shitting on like they can't believe Kendrick Lamar is selling out stadiums because in their little world they don't listen to Kendrick Lamar. So them and their friend groups, what they don't sit. They like, why the fuck is everybody listening to Kendrick? But little do you know, he's the biggest artist in the world, one of the biggest artists in the world. That's kind of how TikTok make it think. People think it's bigger. It's people on TikTok with millions of followers and everything like that. These people don't nobody know who they are. If you had a hit record on the radio back in the day when radio was at its peak, you were a fucking superstar. Yeah. No other way around it. So great question though. One more. Let me I'm gonna skip that. We've been talking too much about that. All right, I like this one. Keisha from Detroit, Michigan.
From the D.
From the D. What up though? This for your people. Shout out to Tay. What's a classic album that didn't age well for you personally? I got one. Shout out to all my old heads. We talked about this on the show before. Dr. Dre, The Chronic. Mid. thought it was like one of the greatest albums ever. But as I listen to it today,
I don't got nothing off the top of my head. But if I deemed it a classic, it's still a classic.
Carter 5.
I never said it was a classic. Look, I liked it. I liked it, the album.
I feel like that too. But if I threw classic on some shit, I still probably think it. But I just remember me listening to the Chronic one day. I think I bought the
because
vinyl.
Somebody had already deemed it classic to you.
No, but I just thought it was classic too because I just grew up on it. Like I used to always see it at people's houses and shit. It's just a classic album. It's still a classic album, but. And then when I listen to it, I'm like, yeah, nothing but a G thing, shit like that. Got the songs there, everybody. But then I'm just listening to it, I'm like, this is Skip.
Skipper.
Skippity skip.
Skipper.
Oh, yeah, get mad when you say that, but hey. You got one, Juice?
Yeah. People probably ain't gonna like this, but 50 Cent Get Rich or Die Trying.
Oh, no, what the fuck? People, what are you talking about?
It's a few songs on there, but other than that, as a whole, it's not nothing I'm checking for that I wouldn't listen to.
Yeah, you bugging the fuck out with that one.
I'm not a huge 50 Cent fan.
Me either.
I wasn't a huge fan of the G Unit movement.
Get Rich or Die Trying?
It's a classic.
We said
album.
age well. Yeah, it's not nobody checking for that shit in 2025.
Nigga, you crazy? He just went on the biggest tour ever. Just off that album.
Yeah, it's a tour though. So all the old motherfuckers gonna listen to this.
No, shit. Everybody was at the tour.
No, not my age.
Yes, they was.
No, they weren't.
It's a fact they were. They was in St. Louis, bro. They was there. Yes, they was.
Yeah, all the aunties and shit.
No, yo, people, we watched it.
I wasn't.
It happened.
I wasn't there.
You don't go to concert?
Yes, I do.
You don't do it.
I went to the fucking Hot Boy shit.
Hey, man. Clip it up. You gonna get killed for it, I guess. That's you cool. On your Jim Jones shit. I feel you. We thank you for the questions though, man. Thank you for all those questions. One more with Marcus from Alton crib. Y'all ever think about doing a live episode at a barbershop or like a sneaker store or something? I think that would be dope.
That's definitely Marcus. Latham, gotta be.
I don't know. Maybe.
We talked about it before. But it's like we could, but it's kind of like already been done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like maybe not. We did do an episode at a couple clothing stores.
Turbulence and DNA or whatever. Yeah. I don't know. We kind of passed that.
We had a sneaker rotation. We touched on
a
couple things.
Only thing you probably see us do, we probably update the set at some times or something like that. Man, I don't know. They pay us or something. We'll come out there. We'll pull up on it.
Make it make sense, man.
If it makes sense.
But shout out to everybody with their question, man. Ask the Doubt It segment, man. We'll answer your questions live on the show. Appreciate everybody. Before we get up out of here, man, Reason to Doubt weekend coming up July 25th. Friday, backpack giveaway at the Salute Park, James Killian Park. Basketball game, free food.
Joe Jack celebration, birthday weekend.
Joe Jack birthday weekend, that's a fact.
What we doing? We standing on couches and shit, or are we?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever. But yeah, come out, family friendly event, James Killian Park, Friday the 25th. The 26th is the A-Tilla Fest, headlined by Boosie Badass and Big Boogie, hosted by yours truly, the Reason to Doubt podcast.
D. Smith Productions. Turned up to the max.
You know, they down there right now at the Boosie pool party.
Turning up.
Shout out to Plug. Shout out to Man Miller.
Man Miller, the whole team, Unknown. Y'all down there putting on for the town for show. See you down there. Lancey down there. Bentley, Big B.
Hey, you acting up.
No, they doing their thing, man. A-Tilla Fest, if you ain't got your ticket, get your ticket on Eventbrite right now. That Friday.
You don't want to miss it.
That's Saturday, excuse me. You don't want to miss it, man. And then Sunday, we're going to end it with the brunch.
R&B brunch.
R&B brunch. It's going to be a smooth vibe. It's going to be a way to calm down. Get you a mimosa. We done taking shots for the weekend.
Get ready for Monday.
You know what I'm saying? Probably still gonna be doing shots. So But we're gonna cap it off. That's Reason Doubt Weekend. This will be the 5th annual Reason Doubt Weekend. Oh, and get your Reason Doubt Weekend merch.
Fire.
T-shirts out.
Cold.
I put that on the screen somewhere. I don't know, but they
I had
will
to change it up. Niggas want NIL deals and shit.
Oh my God! Yeah, we might have to take a few faces off of the shirt.
We're gonna put the X on it like the band.
Yeah, we're trying to show blood, but we might have to blur a couple faces.
Hey, look, like that right there.
Yeah, that.
No, but the merch, the Reason Doubt official Reason Doubt Weekend T-shirts will be on sale very soon. We're taking pre-orders very soon. Everybody that want one, you will get one. Anybody that want one will get one while supplies last.
We taking sponsors. We put names on jerseys. What we gonna do?
For sure. Yeah. If you want a jersey, anything, Reason Doubt Weekend, man, we got you.
I mean, put the you know they gotta have the sponsors.
The sponsorship on the shirt. Yes, that was the next thing I was gonna say. Thank you. Anybody that want to sponsor Reason Doubt Weekend, do your thing, man. We taking all sponsors. The help is wanted. Your money will be going to a good cause. Like I said, if you just want promotion for your business, we can put you on a shirt. We can put a banner up. We can do whatever you want to do. If you want to help to the backpack, you want to pull up. You want a backpack giveaway. You want to help with that. You want to help feed the people. We're taking all donations, like my boy Dr. Umar say, donations. But we're taking all donations. Anybody that want to help, gladly appreciate it. Going to a good cause. Pull up. But like Joe Jack said, if you want that sponsorship, it'll cost you, but you can get on the shirt, you get on the jersey for the game. You have your own tent at the park.
Say it's tiers to it.
You know, just holler at me. Emails on the Reason Doubt page. You know, just kind of hit that link in the bio, hit that link tree. You can get in contact with me, man. But I think this has been a great episode. Shout out to the whole team. We'll see y'all, man. Keep on commenting. Keep on turning up my TikTok. Keep on subscribing. If you ain't subscribed already and you just watched this whole episode, shame on you. Hit that subscribe button. Tell a friend. Like I used to tell people before, if you use somebody's phone, go to YouTube app and subscribe to Reason Doubt Podcast.
We got a live show coming up too, right?
October, live show coming up.
City
Winery.
City founder.
We're gonna roll it out for you nice and neat. But Reason Doubt is leveling up. We will be at the City Winery in October for a live show. Details on that coming very soon.
Stay tuned. Carpet event.
And one last thing I'll say. If you're not at the City Winery show,
and clip this, because
when we had this live show at the City Winery, we are doing something that has never been done by anybody in this area. We are putting on for the town, for the St. Louis area. We're bringing a podcast event.
Yeah, it's our second time being there.
There's definitely a second time being at the City Winery, but it's the Reason Doubt show. I love all the support y'all give us. When these tickets go on sale, they will go fast. But I'm telling you, if you call yourself our family or peoples,
bro, sis,
if you don't have a ticket, you're not at that show, I'm gonna act funny when I see you. I'm just keep it a buck, man. Keep it a bean. You better be at that show. Y'all better get them tickets. Show out.
Help us sell out.
Because when it happens, I'm telling you, it's gonna be bigger announcements coming after that. But we need the support on this live show.
This is so serious that everything he just said, once some tickets show, and it's gonna be some of y'all that don't show up, and we happen to have another block party like last night, you don't show up to that show, you get put off the set. You off. That type of shit. Get off the block.
Yeah, you gotta move around. But we'll get to that when we get to that. This has been another episode of Reason Doubt Podcast. I always say at the end of every show, and I mean this, just because they couldn't do it doesn't mean you can't. This is another episode of Reason Doubt Podcast. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Subscribe, like, share, all that shit that you need to do. Get us in the algorithm. Appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all for listening, watching. One.